Greetings everybody, I am the Soviet Warlord, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Space Engineers. So last episode we built the TAF Tunneler, this lovely machine down here. I've actually made quite a few modifications to it, as in the internal workings, since the last episode. I figured its power consumption, given it had so many conveyors, was too high. And the fact that because I'd used small containers, it couldn't really hold much cargo, like at all. Well, I'd almost be better off flying out there with my jetpack. So I decided to modify it. It now has 3 reactors here, which is more than enough power, given the fact that I no longer have any conveyors, or less conveyors, with the utility 10 kilowatts. 730 watts, that's pretty much nothing, really. But the conveyors were using up too much power, really. So what I did was remove all the cargo containers and the unnecessary conveyors that attach them, and I replaced them with 2 mediums, thus allowing me to carry nearly 70,000 litres worth of materials. With the old 12, I could carry about 12,000, so it was kind of pointless, to be honest. All of these are also connected to a conveyor system, so I can refuel on the go, which is really nice. So I'm really happy with the way this ship has turned out now that I've sort of got it refined. It's also got a beacon attached to it, so I know where it is if I happen to get taken out and the ship left intact. And it's been painted in this lovely blue and black colour scheme, which I really like actually. The colour's a bit mismatched in a few places where I tunnelled into it and rebuilt it, so I need to go over it with a fine tooth comb. The beacon is only just visible under here, so it's not really at risk of being shot at if I happen to get caught with my pants down somewhere. So I'm going to take that out and mine some gear. Now, the next port of call, if I remove all of these, I don't need those anymore, is to set up a system where I can automatically unload it, because it's going to take me too long to keep unloading everything if I have to do it manually. So what I did was take the liberty of building a small cargo container here, which contains all of my gear, my refined stuff, because the refinery doesn't have the biggest storage capacity. This is a lot bigger. I will eventually upgrade this to a larger container if I'm still on this platform, but I need to build a cargo ship to move all of this at some point. But I've carved out the block under here, and I plan to build a conveyor system so that I can increase the amount of materials I can do automatically. Because let's put it this way, it's really tedious. Right, so this ship has probably got an extra connector block equivalent on top. So if I set up a connector halfway down, or here to be honest, what I want to do is just double check and make sure that will fit without issues. Oh yeah, it should actually. What am I talking about? And I want to install a connector block here in the wall. It's got the conveyor attached to the back, but having that indented is probably going to be a little bit odd, or it might cause problems. So let me put in a blue block here. That's fine. And the connector outside. The ship should quite easily be, well, it shouldn't be too long really. Okay, this is where the douchebaggery begins, because it needs a lot of materials. Computer, steel plates, motors and construction components, that's a lot of stuff. I'm going to build the tube off camera, but let's take a look. So I need computers, I need the steel plates, I need motors and construction components. There we go. That's a connector. Right, can I dock with this without causing issues? much space do I have? Not a lot, but it can work. It will work. Oh, hello. There we go. Ship's connected. Now is a good time, if you're doing so, to switch the ship off if you're connected. But if you do that, it does switch off everything on the platform. So I'm not going to do that with this ship. Right, so now that's connected and I know that it's correct. What I need to do is run a conveyor pipe from here right the way to the back of the connector. That being said, this block will cause problems. So I should have put the conveyor in there first, really. Mainly this is just to check how wide it is. I mean, I don't like that clearance, so I may have to extend the hangar, but let me re-indent that conveyor, that block just there, and see whether it works. Bear with me a moment. Okay, here we are. So, I have some gear to put on these. I'm still going to need a lot more than this, but it's just good to get started. I'm running the pipe right underneath. I have put a conveyor junction in here. I know that's not strictly speaking necessary, but if I need to add anything later, I have the option to. I'll probably need a junction up here at some point. In case I get a second ship that I want to unload in some way, I can attach another conveyor which can, you know, come to this corner or something. Steel tubes, I thought I had plenty of those. These construction components are killing me, I tell you. I need a lot of these. Small steel tubes right there. Motors I've got enough of just for now, and these construction components need to come out with me. I mean, it is really big sort of kettle of fish. You have to build a station as opposed to something like a small ship. Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of stuff. Motors, construction and tubes. Motors. Motors are right here. Might as well make some more tubes as well. How am I doing for plates? Yeah, probably do with some more plates as well. I mean, steel plates are sort of worthwhile usage of everything, so I can't really complain about that. I'll probably use some more computers later down the line as well. What am I doing for computers? 78 computers, that's not too bad. There's a lot of gear I need for these. Am I missing anything else? Yeah, it's mostly the construction components I'm going to struggle for. But not so much struggle, but it's going to take me a lot of use. A lot of use. Right, so that's on to work on those. Put 600 of those into work. I could probably do with a welding ship to do half of this for me, but that's for another day. Because what you basically do is you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you have it. It takes a while, but it's definitely worth doing. I do want to cover, like I say, cover these pipes up because they are quite unsightly. I'll need plates now. Yeah, it's the plates that I'm now low on. Plates and construction components. 200 ought to do it. Cool. We can probably skip out on the computers for a second. Computers can come next. Excellent. So I have the plates that I need, it's just the construction components. So if it's 40 a pipe, that's going to be 160, minus what I already have. That's 146 pipes, and my oxygen is low. There we go. Once I have this, I'm going to test out the drilling machine and see what I can do. Right, let me fix these pipes up. I'm going to take the drill out and get some materials. We'll see how it works out for me. I will see you guys in a few minutes. Now this is what you call high octane. Oh man, this is great. Why didn't I make this ship a lot sooner? It's just like taking a bulldozer. This is actually a lot of fun. I mean, that's gathered 17 tons of platinum already. I'm going to have to take a visit to the other asteroid and get some gold while I'm at it. I could be out here for weeks doing this. This is great. Though this is going to make my ship unbelievably heavy. Though one thing I've noticed that needs more tweaking is the dampeners on this thing. It is painful to slow down with this thing. It's not very responsive. It's good for turning and, you know, quickly moving, but it's just not good for slowing down or speeding up. So I'm gonna have to install some more thrusters on this thing to try and iron out that problem. But hey ho, let's keep digging. Never know what we may find. Oh, this is great. Right, I am quite impressed with that performance actually. That's taken me about 10-15 minutes and I've managed to pick up 61 tons in there, 46 tons in there, and that's over 100 tons of platinum, as well as, you know, right here. That's a lot of materials. I mean, the stone I can kind of discount. I don't really need the stone that much. But that's a lot of volume I've just picked up. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun when I get back. But definitely this thing is going to need more thrusters. The slowdown rate on this is painfully slow. Like on the next level slow. I mean, look at the speed increase on this. I mean, I'll turn the dampeners off. I'm only using 54% of my power when I'm just drifting. That's 11 hours with the amount of fuel I've put in. That I'm not fussed about. The fuel consumption is perfect. That's due to go up if I put some more thrusters on this, but it's necessary. See, look how slowly this is increasing in speed. And if I put the dampeners on, it slows down even worse. So this is going to need to be more responsive, especially given the sheer amount of cargo this thing is now carrying. It's absolutely unbelievable. But that's going to be after we've set the base up. Well, I say set up, temporarily enabled, I should say. Right, so I'm going to drift back to base and I will see you in a few moments, I guess. Okay, so I've brought the ship back. I still haven't unloaded it, but I've installed 2 more thrusters on each side going forwards. I've doubled up on the sides and I've added, I think, 6 more on the top and bottom combined. And on the front I've installed 4 more. Because I think the slowing down is the worst, and if I'm going forwards I need to slow down sort of quickly that way, especially when the ship is weighted down like it is right now. So hopefully that's going to make a difference next run that I do. Okay, next port call. Let me check this connector. Well, I could offload the whole lot into this connector, so that's pretty good. And it does go straight to the cargo containers as well. Yeah, cargo container. Wait, it doesn't go to the refinery. Oh no, I'm trying to put a bar in it. Of course not. Right, that should not be an issue. Right, let's try and reverse this ship and see what happens. Have to be very careful how I do this. That already feels a lot more responsive. Maybe it was just me. I had... Oh. My in position. Connected. Excellent. Oh yeah, now it's connected. I should be able to access the inventory from the cockpit. Yes, I can. Oh, it's already transferred it. That is beautiful. Is there nothing more in my ship? Yeah, there is. Okay, yeah, it's just because the refinery is too full. That means I technically should set up a junction and try and branch this off to 2 or 3 of those refineries. That might serve me well. Let's swap this around and put the iron in second, because then I can transfer that straight to the container that way, which is really useful. Still got my uranium here. Okay, so looks like it requires minimal input, so we now have an industrial scale mining operation going here. I wonder how much that will convert to. It's gotta be a lot. Let's move all this iron over there. The amount of iron I've got from this is incredible. This is going to make my life a hell of a lot easier, I'm telling you. Especially with these efficiency modules as well. Small reactor up there is really, really good. And 80 tons. There we are. So all I've got left now is the platinum and stone. I'm really not interested in all the stone that I've got. But 128 tons of platinum ore is not bad. Not bad at all. Though I'm thinking if I want to transfer all of my gear to a base of some kind, I might be better off building a full-scale cargo ship. Now in order to do that, I might be better off stealing a commercial freighter next time it flies past, salvaging it and bringing it home for evaluation and repurposing. Some of those private sales also have a massive cargo container on them, which would be ideal for transferring my stuff. Because all I have to do is attach a connector to it, connect it onto my pipe there, and I can drag everything from these containers down into the bay. So that is going to be useful. I mean, I do like this platform, but I don't know, I just feel like I'd be a lot more secure inside an asteroid more than anything. So, I'm going to leave the base as it is, and I'm going to leave this episode here. Hopefully in the next one I'm going to try and scout out an asteroid and mark it for demolitions, and maybe build a ship that's worth salvaging stuff, and then I'm going to see if we might be able to pirate our next or our first vessel and start fighting back against these pirate bastards. So for now, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, if you've watched all the way to the end. I am the Soviet Warlord, and we will go pirating next time. Have a good day, guys. Peace out.